Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon with a capital E essay. That essay went places it wasn't supposed to go. Resurrected spirits I thought I'd properly exorcised, and they smeared the walls of my mind with blood. I realized as I was working on it that I'm making this for someone, and I asked them, who are we to you? Answer me. So, that one's gonna take a minute. I don't want it to be sponsored. I really want to take my time. I need to buy a slide projector. So, lots of stuff to do. So for now, before I build this monument to my madness, let's do a land acknowledgement for the gamers.
This video is rated G for gamer. Gentlemen, I am not a former addict eating McDonald's in shitty comfort inns, selling my body and soul to any John who comes by with $10 in questionable judgment. No. I'm a gamer. My gamer body yearns. My gamer body yearns for the crucible of combat. It longs for the touch of platinum achievements. Why, I ask you, does Mario refuse to explore my pipes? Doom has never denied my gamer body its needs, and that is why I've always been Doom's biggest dick rider. It just gets me off. It knows what it's doing. This game is a shit show. Buckle in. But first, here's my computer's specs. Do not show your girlfriend. The real cost of a 4080 Super is all the child support you have to pay. These harlots keep trying to stop me from gaming. I have not been excited for Doom: The Dark Ages. Maybe it'll be good, I thought. Maybe it'll be bad, but it won't be Doom Eternal. They clearly are doing some different stuff, trying something new, and so I had a wait-and-see approach. Doom Eternal is not a game that you could do a sequel to. The game was about as complex as it could comfortably get before Microsoft starts needing to sell us third hands. Also, you killed Satan in the DLC, who was, you? Peak writing. The DLC felt like the sequel. The hammer did improve the gameplay loop, largely replacing the chainsaw, which always felt like the weakest part of the player's Swiss Army WMD arsenal. You cannot out-eternal Doom Eternal without restricting yourself exclusively to the O to the capital G gamers like me. Do not pull my card. It's from GameStop. I've had it for like 15 years. I didn't want Doom Eternal 2. I think Doom Eternal 2 was a bad idea. Thankfully, my gaming daddy agreed, and the feel of Doom has been altered in new, satisfying ways. There's a vibrating effect now. The feeling they wanted to communicate was, feeling like a tank, and that has been accomplished. Combat has slowed, but it is unmistakably Doom. I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. I'm trying to control the arena itself. I'm getting pulled into the rhythm of whether I... okay. Yeah, okay. As a historian, I know all too well how vital good reporting is. Without it, our very grasp on reality may be lost. Newspapers, which serve private business interests, in truth, serve dark appetites. But there is a better way. You see, back in them Old West times, they had yet to discover Straight Arrow News. Multiple independent experts have verified that Straight Arrow News is, indeed, an unbiased source from which you can get the hard facts. In this way, Straight Arrow News has adopted the middle path, and consequently, Straight Arrow News will bring you to nirvana. Yes, you may come to me for madness, but from Straight Arrow News you can get just the facts. Don't let yourself be told what it means. Read what happened and decide what it means for yourself. I love using Straight Arrow News to skip the editorializing and get to the heart of issues. I particularly appreciate the Media Miss feature, which shows who's not reporting on what. Bias is a dragon, and one day I will lay it low and eat its heart. Until such a time as that, Straight Arrow News remains an incredible tool to help you investigate bias yourself. Please click my link in the description or pinned comment. Doing so will not only help you get to the bottom of reality itself, but will also help out the channel. Thank you, Straight Arrow News, for sponsoring this video. The levels load fast once they're, once you're past all the logos. Let's talk about the story. Hugo Martin is my dad, and he can do no wrong. Forget the previous metaphor where Doom was pleasing my body, giving me what I need. We're on a new metaphor now. There comes that moment when we realize our dad is human. Perhaps he cries at his own father's funeral, or he sells you to the cartels for a pound of crystal. Yes, even Dad makes mistakes, I thought, as the game spent 10 minutes convincing me how fucking cool Captain Fist Punch is. Yahtzee Croshaw complained about Doom Eternal that Id had forgotten why the Doomslayer is a fun character. He's a gorilla in power armor, but everyone talks about him like he's God, like they speak in awed and hushed tones about the Doomslayer.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first...
He's just a fucking gorilla. What's also funny is that, yes, he is the stupidest dude in every room he's in, but yet, he's always right. He's always the right guy. The scientists reasoned themselves, right? They came up with all these big ideas with their big brains, and they convinced themselves that it was totally reasonable to harvest energy from hell. They're all smart, but the joke is that they're stupid, you see. Whereas the Doomslayer is stupid, but in this situation, he's smart. He just likes killing shit. The Slayer is a joke. He's a joke character. He's funny. Doom Eternal, well, I didn't care too much, since the combat was then and remains now my favorite FPS combat system. But Doom Eternal didn't really seem to get the joke so much. I don't get the impression that anyone was laughing as they made Doom the Dark Ages. As far as I can tell, Hugo now just unironically wants to show off his... Oh my... Are you serious? You know what? I'll lower the settings, and let's take that opportunity to talk about the graphics. Fuck it. We're back to the first metaphor. My gamer loins are aflame still, and that flame has not been quenched. Phil Spencer, please remove my cage. I would like to finish. Oh, the resolution was set higher than my monitor. Maybe, that's never been a problem for other games. Whatever. The amount of hours I have in Eternal... That game crashed twice, so now we're through the two crashes I will get with the Dark Ages. You really cannot beat that reliable workhorse id Tech. It's the LS3 of the gaming engine world. Reliable, solid, high performance. And that's why I LS swapped this Geo Metro. Someone had to do it. Actually, no, that's not right. id Tech is... It's like a part of gaming history, isn't it? Carmack himself is in this code somewhere. No, it's not the LS3. id Tech is more than an engine. It was wrought by the hands of Carmack, the elder god of gaming. I've grown to really enjoy the art design of this new Doom trilogy. Yes, I roll my eyes when we get another speech about how epic the Doomslayer is, but these character designs are cool. I particularly love this porker. You instantly know what he's about the second you see him. In general, the look of these cinematics does help me keep my patience with the game's story. The voice acting can also, at times, elevate the Saturday morning cartoon material, but I've never played Doom for the looks nor the story. No, I play Doom because it fucks me senseless. It pleases my gamer body in ways that you can't anymore, Todd. What's important is the demons and power-ups. They pop out of the murky environments. Those environments, yeah, I want them to look nice, and they do look nice, but the visual clarity which Doom needs to work is here, and that's what Oh... It wasn't the resolution, I guess. Okay, we'll reinstall the drivers. We're fucking gamers. We're PC gamers. We are men among men. I did have the new drivers before I started playing this, okay? I, of course, download every new driver the second it's available from NVIDIA straight to my Neuralink so I can AI upscale the faces of my loved ones. Anyway, let's really just drop these settings, like low. The game runs perfectly before it freezes, but Google is giving me dick all about what the problem is. I'm getting all sorts of different answers. It seems like everyone's having this problem. When I open the game, it sends me to a troubleshooting website. First of all, I'm a gamer and I can't read. Second of all, these are not helpful. Whatever, we'll just... It froze. Oh, this game can cause seizures. I guess my computer is epileptic. I'm nice. I'm a nice guy. A gentleman, really. I open doors for people. I give women a head start before I begin my pursuit. I give people the benefit of the doubt. But I've now played 2 games this past month. Games which I begged to ravish me. You understand? I wanted an Oblivion remaster for forever. This shit is butt. It's unplayable for me. You know that capital E essay, whatever the fuck that I'm talking about? Yeah, that's not fun to work on. Fulfilling, but it's not fun. It's been a really hard month. I want to relax. I'm not a game reviewer. I don't get codes unless some Ukrainians made a terrible, terrible mistake. I spent $70 on this. $70 I shouldn't be spending right now. Doom Eternal was $60, and this game that I cannot fucking play cost $70. Doom Eternal came out when Bethesda was fucking up. Genuinely, they were getting nothing right. So I guess I just figured that id is different. There's something about them that's better than the rest. You know what I mean? Phil, you sure do wear a lot of gaming shirts. You seem to consider yourself a gamer, Phil. But have you earned that right? Do you remember when Kendrick Lamar took away Drake's N-word pass. I'm doing that now to Phil. Phil, I need your gamer card. You are not allowed to say the G word anymore, Phil. Doom is a part of gaming history, a living history ever since the release of Doom 2016. It's a heritage you have to uphold. I'm being dead serious right now. When they write history books about video games, Doom is among the most mentioned, most influential, most revolutionary. It was made
In a cave! With a box of scrap!
I, as a capital G gamer, have made this decision. Phil Spencer is not allowed to wear gamer shirts anymore. Not as he fucks up the franchise which popularized the first-person shooter. Wear a suit, you fucking bum. You're not a gamer, you're a businessman dressed like one. You know the American auto industry crisis? When GM and the other guys all had to be bailed out, American cars became synonymous with overpriced, ugly garbage cars that would break down before 30,000 miles. Imagine if the CEO of GM during this time was constantly talking about how much he loved cars, the feel of the open road, the sheer joy of a well-engineered automobile, as he sold you the Pontiac Aztec. I do believe this will be Phil Spencer's legacy. He will go down as the capital G gamer who helped engineer the games industry collapse. The Corvette during GM's nadir, right? It was still pretty good.
This one is like an American footballer. It might look simple, it might belch in sports bars, but underneath, there's quite an athlete.
Well, it does have some build quality issues.
Can I just show you something? Do you mind if I just show you something? Look at this.
Yes, I know.
Look at that.
GM, even in its darkest hour, even at their most short-sighted and greediest time, understood that some things are more important than the bottom line. A company, even as sexless and plasticky as GM is, needs a car they can point to and say, yeah, check this shit out. Just about every car brand has a car that isn't really made to make money. It's made to give the brand prestige, credibility among car enthusiasts. Car manufacturers have always understood the benefits of selling at least one product that is unquestionably kick-ass. How many Supras does Toyota sell compared to Camrys? Very few.
Ooh.
The Supra is expensive and impractical and, fucking awesome. The Supra exists because the Supra is a part of history. It's a car which adds prestige to Toyota as a brand. One even gets the sense that Toyota sells all those Camrys and Corollas and all that shit. They only do that to fund the kick-ass car that no one actually buys. The thing about the Corvette is that, yes, it's a GM product and so it's cheap and plasticky, but it has heritage and pedigree, and the Corvette is the car that everyone is always paying attention to. Even during GM's darkest hour, the Corvette was good, because if GM can only make one good car, it's the Corvette. The games industry crash back in '83, people act like that's not possible anymore. The industry has simply grown too large, too big to fail, dare I say. Certainly a crash of that magnitude is not possible anymore, but we are currently in the midst of a gaming industry crash, at least a severe correction. The investments in live service games which didn't pan out, the inability to deliver functional products, and the consolidation of a massive portion of the industry under one company which has proven it can't manage one fucking studio. Microsoft is the GM of gaming, creating plasticky, half-baked products thrown together with whatever's in the parts bin. However, I'm currently arguing that GM in 2008 was more committed to heritage, quality, and craftsmanship. GM in 2008 could make one good car, they could make that happen.
If you want a plastic left-hand drive car with Vietnamese suspension, here it is.
That's very fast.
Whatever.
They held some level of respect for their iconic products and managed to make them half-decent. Those Camaros were okay, but I am compromised by being 11 when Transformers came out. Really, I just want Megan Fox to like me, and I'm pretty sure that Camaro will make her like me. GM understood that if you own all of this shit, something has to matter. If you own all this shit and can't make one good car, questions will be asked. I understand that most game reviewers would give Doom the Dark Ages more time. They'd probably spend a little more time troubleshooting, but I was pushing 2 hours played. I don't get codes unless Ukrainians make a mistake. I'm a consumer. I spent $70, and I decided I'd rather have $70 than Doom the Dark Ages. Good luck selling your lemons, Microsoft. And thank you for watching. Please recommend a game to me. Like something interesting, though. You know what I'm saying? Something I'd actually want to talk about. And don't make it Disco Elysium. We're not talking about Disco Elysium. I want something fun and stupid to talk about. Like, obviously the next video is going to be a history one, it's long overdue. But the idea of sitting down, playing a video game for a week, writing about it for a week, that sounds really nice. But yeah, no, I keep getting cock-blocked by fucking Microsoft, and now I'm sick of it. Like, they cannot get it together. I just don't care anymore. Recommend a game with titties, fun gameplay. I'm joking about the titties. I don't mean to sound pearl clutchy. Whenever there's a character in a game who's like too titillating, like that one fucking broad from the Metal Gear Solid 5, like it's just, I can see the artist jerking off. You know what I mean? As they're doing the concept art, it grosses me out, man. I find it unsettling. I'm sorry I'm getting so woke on you guys. So no titties, I guess. No titties, fun to talk about, sort of stupid. Recommend one of those, please. Thanks for watching again. Bye.